Expo Transporte is one of the largest trucking and transportation trade shows in Latin America, and I was in Guadalajara, Mexico for the first few days of the show, including the opening day celebrations. Equipment editor Jim Park here. I'm in Guadalajara, Mexico, enjoying the lively atmosphere at this year's Expo Transporte trade show. Several opening night parties were hosted by major truck makers and featured local entertainers like this one, sponsored by Volvo Trucks.
On behalf of Volvo Trucks North America, I would like to thank you all for taking time out to be with us tonight and at the Expo. And a special thanks to the team in Mexico that has put on this show.
Show happens every 2 years, and it's obviously a really big deal for the Mexican trade press. Several dignitaries were on hand, including the Mexican Federal Transportation Secretary Gerardo Ruiz Esparza. The show featured exhibits from most of the names we're familiar with in trucking, like Volvo, Mack, Daimler, Kenworth, International, Cummins, and others. They were exhibiting product for the Mexican market, so some of the products weren't familiar to my eyes, like this transit bus offered by International. It's called the Urban Star. There were several truck models on display from European truck makers like Volkswagen, MAN, DAF, and Scania. These are common sights in certain South American countries like Brazil, Nicaragua, and Argentina, and in some cases Mexico too. Hino had a couple of straight trucks on display, as well as this Class 8 cabover that's common in Japan and in some South American markets. Volvo announced it was making a bigger push into the Mexican market and trying to grow market share there with its new VNL and VNR models. The Mexican truck market has grown to 25,000 to 27,000 trucks annually, putting it on par with Canada and positioning it as one of the largest truck markets globally. Distinguishing these trucks from the US versions, the VNL and the VNR series trucks sold in Mexico will be offered with the D11 and D13 engines, certified at EPA 2004 and Euro 4. That's Mexico's current emission standard. Volvo GHG 17 engines will be available as an option for trucks that operate in areas where ultra-low sulfur diesel and diesel exhaust fluid are available. Mack Trucks launched its new Anthem model into the Mexican market. Buyers there will get the same truck we get here in the US and Canada, but with EPA 04 and Euro 4 emission systems. Mack also announced that the Trasca dealership group has opened 18 new dealer locations in Mexico. The group plans to add more locations in markets further to the south, including Central America, the Caribbean, Colombia, and Argentina. This was a key rollout for Mack, which currently has 2% market share in the expanding on-highway market, below its much stronger positions in segments like construction and refuse. Daimler introduced 2 new cabover trucks to the Mexican market. The Model 360 is marketed under the Freightliner banner and includes the Class 6 model 1217 and the Class 8 model 2528. These 2 new trucks join the existing Class 4 model, the 715, introduced back in 2008. These are all targeted at urban trucking applications. The Class 6 360-217 is powered by a 170 horsepower Mitsubishi engine mated to a 7-speed Mercedes-Benz G85 transmission. It can haul a payload of 8 tons. The Class 6 360-2528 model is powered by a 280 horsepower Mercedes-Benz engine and is mated to a Mercedes-Benz G131 manual transmission. It can handle a payload of 17 tons. In keeping with Mexico's major role in the automotive manufacturing industry, several OEMs trotted out new auto hauler models, including Volvo, Scania, and Hino. Volvo's VAH model had the advantage here with its lower cab of being able to get one more car onto the power unit body. It's based on the North American VHD model rather than the European cabover chassis. Well, that's a quick look at the goings-on at Expo Transporte 2017. From Guadalajara, Mexico, I'm equipment editor Jim Park.